Hi. So I want to talk about how I read tarot cards. There's probably going to be more parts to this video. Um, but first of all, I learned by learning basic meanings of each card. Now, I use the Rider-Waite deck. It's the only deck I use, and it's probably the only deck I'll ever use. I learned basic meanings of each card. And sometimes I'll look up a meaning behind the card. Well, I don't do it anymore because now I just have my own, I know what they mean. But there have been times I've looked up the meaning to a card and I thought, looking at the picture, the image on the card, I find a different meaning than what I'm being told it means. So find, look up book definitions of each card, but then again, be open to having your own feelings about each card. Um, I read cards in reverse. Typically, if someone asks me a question, I'll pull three cards and I'll see if it's either sways positive or negative. And that alone can give you insight into what you're meant to say to the person. If all three cards are in good positions and it's all positive energy, then I think that's a very positive outcome. And depending on what question you're being asked, it'll give you certain answers. So I typically pull three cards for each question. Sometimes I pull seven. That I hardly ever do that though. I'll pull three cards. If two are positive and one is negative, then I will say it sways positive, and that can help me answer the question. Um, and also, I really just use the cards as inspiration. I do look at the cards in front of me, but and sometimes I am very by the book. Like I will really delve into the cards themselves. But sometimes, I just look at the cards real quick, but I allow it to be inspiration for other messages to kind of just channel into my mind. So don't be so strict about how you're reading the cards. Just give yourself the freedom to kind of make it a nebulous kind of thing that you're doing. And also, I give myself readings sometimes, and so much of the faith that I have in the cards is from the readings that I've given to myself. Because the bigger the question I ask, the bigger the response is from the cards. And I would recommend you do that for yourself because it will really give you a lot of faith. And if you play with the cards enough, if you give yourself enough readings, if you give other people enough readings, there will come a day when you absolutely know for a fact that tarot is legit. It truly is a supernatural divination tool. Okay. So anyway, there'll be more parts than just this video. Okay. Bye.